Hey everybody, this is Jill with Jill for Today.
Hello.
Hey, the director's here behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to do our review on the new coffee maker. But first, I just thought I'll show you here. I am making a stew for tonight. And it's got carrots, onions, parsnips, peas, corn. I'm going to put some spinach in it a little bit. Can of tomatoes. Some of my home canned beef, and then I put some red wine in there. And anything else, Director? I think
salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper.
What about some garlic?
There's garlic. No, there's garlic in there.
Okay.
And the other thing I used was a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it up. Anyway, so that's what dinner is tonight, with some crusty French bread. And so I'm going to put the lid on this. And we're going to talk about coffee makers.
All right, coffee makers.
So,
let's talk about the new Keurig 2.0 A560.
Yes.
And I will pan over here and we'll show it to you. There it is.
Okay, so Director, it's actually a beautiful coffee maker.
It is. We were very impressed when we took it out of the box.
Yes.
And again, this is a personal product that we bought. Nobody gave us this to try out. Nobody loaned it to us. Nobody asked for our feedback. But we're going to give it to you anyway.
We drove it to Costco, picked it up, and came home. So we did purchase it ourselves. Okay, Director, why don't you go ahead and explain our experience?
I have had Keurig coffee before because my sister has a Keurig K-cup machine. Hers is a single cup, and it makes great coffee. A lot depends, of course, on the coffee you use. But the advantage of this one, and what we were waiting for, was, as you can see, this one you can either brew the single cup with the Keurig K-cup, or you can brew up to 4 cups in this wonderful carafe at the same time using the Keurig K-carafe cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, we got it home.
Yeah.
Took it out of the box.
Yeah.
Found a part that houses the filter was broken. So that was strike one, but we said, okay, that's not really going to affect how the coffee maker works, so let's brew a pot of coffee and see how it does.
Yep.
So we ran the cleansing cycle, we followed the instructions step by step.
To the letter.
To the letter. And what happens? Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nada.
Because evidently, this part here where the actual cup goes, when you pull down the lid, it punctures this K-cup right in the center on the top, but it's also supposed to puncture it on the bottom so that the water can flow through the coffee grounds. Well, the thing that's supposed to puncture it on the bottom wasn't working. So we said, okay, we got it for a great price, $134.99 after a $15 instant rebate.
Good price.
And we said, the more complicated the coffee maker is, the more things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
And if something is going wrong with it right out of the box, by the way, it was made in Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia.
But anyway, we decided to go back to our old standby. So let us show you our new coffee maker.
Yay!
There it is. Old, reliable Mr. Coffee. Okay? Now, I at one point read a review of coffee, how to make the best coffee. And one of the things they said was getting the water hot enough as it went over the coffee grounds.
Yep.
And they gave a list of coffee makers that do that. And Mr. Coffee was one of the top rated in that regard. And we took this out of the box, we set it up, and we made coffee.
It's delicious.
And it's delicious.
And tell them how much we spent on the coffee maker.
Again, the Keurig K-carafe maker was $134.99 after the instant rebate. The wonderful Mr. Coffee was $29.99.
And it's got a timer.
It's got a timer.
We can go stronger,
brew
regular.
strength. You can
delay the brew.
delay the brew.
Of course, you got your timer.
Yeah.
And there you go.
It's got a cleaning cycle.
It does.
It's got a nice little clock on it.
Has its own filter,
Actually
doesn't it?
tells and it is brushed stainless steel, or at least it's the appearance of brushed stainless steel. So
it is.
We're quite pleased. We would strongly recommend the Mr. Coffee, and if you do want to buy the Keurig, I would recommend you buy it at Costco, because Costco has a wonderful return policy. If you don't like it, you bring it back and they will give you your money back for whatever reason you don't like it. So, Jill, for today.
Yes, this is Jill for today.
Is there anything else?
No, it's just, I need to throw a little something in here. You know, we maybe just had a bad experience.
Sure.
With the piece being broken and not working. So we are not suggesting that Keurig is a bad product.
No, my sister loves her Keurig.
She loves her Keurig. And we've had people who've served us Keurig, and it's a very nice machine. But, you know, when these stars, I always say these things, when these stars line up a little bit, you say, well, you know, let's go back to Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I think
keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay, folks. Is that it?
That's
Director?
it.
Okay.
For today.
For today. Okay. Gonna bitch a piece. We want you to love your brothers and your sisters, even if they're not your siblings, which, you know. And then we want you to pay it forward.
Do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
Brew somebody a cup of coffee and say, you know, it's cold out there this fall. Why don't you have a nice hot cup of coffee?
You know, or, you know, sometimes you see people on the street that are cold. You could give them some money for a cup of coffee.
Or you could give them some clothing.
You give them some clothing.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Gosh, we always ended on kind of one of those things.
Well, no, that's a nice thing.
It is a nice thing. We want people to be, you know, nice. Okay, we're going to have a nice bowl of stew here pretty soon. And we will check you tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow, Director?
Who knows? You never know.
You never know with Jill for today.
That's right. Cinema verite.
Cinema verite. And I'm making it some gritty news. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.